So today we are headed to a town that is caught in the middle. First off, it's between two rivers, both the Paluxy and the Brazos. But more importantly, it's between two eras. Both the era of us modern human Texans and the ancient era of the Texan dinosaurs. Glen Rose! This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info. Glen Rose sits right here, in an area of Texas we don't really have a good name for, but it's one of my favorites. It's just an hour or so southwest of DFW, so hop on a wagon and head on down. Better yet, ride a dinosaur. After all, this is the Dinosaur Capital of Texas. But before we start talking about terrible lizards, let's talk town. All right, so here we are in Glen Rose, the little gem on the Paluxy.
Is that what they really call it?
No, I don't think so. I just made that up. With a population of about 2,500 folks and charm to spare, well, this small town can best be described in one word. Glen Rose is just like cute. It's like a little cute courthouse, little cute old buildings with these cute little stores in them. You know what though? I'm in the mood for breakfast before we get too far into this day, and I've asked a buddy of mine who lives here in Glen Rose to meet us at the Green Pickle. The Green Pickle is a local burger and breakfast joint that has a strange, somewhat unexplained affinity for vinegared cucumbers, but even more important is their appreciation for the most important meal of the day. Now, my buddy here is Drew Myers. He's a local radio host and podcaster who loves this town. There's something about the charm to this city that makes it different, I think, than any others.
Sometimes I pinch myself that I actually live here. I grew up in the city.
Yeah.
And this is great for me. I love it.
You know, everyone I've ever met from Glen Rose loves Glen Rose, and by association, the Green Pickle, where it seems the local thing to do is order completely off menu. I've gone for loaded hash browns. This just looks like a big pile of deliciousness, man. So explain this to me.
I call it the Drew burrito. And I was like, I just want everything in there.
And the answer was yes.
Yes, we
absolutely.
can. And this glorious thing right here is on the menu.
All right, explain this to me.
It is a honey bun that they just slather in butter and put on the grill. It's a grilled honey bun.
Man, as if a honey bun wasn't just like simply delicious enough, man. Buttered and grilled. Oh, dude, that's wrong. That should be illegal. I'm just gonna throw these bad boys on top. That's how I'm doing it. This is the chip.
That's the chip.
So you get the over easy eggs and just, oh yeah. A little protein punch with a little sugar rush, and now the day can begin. We're gonna go and check out the main reason that folks from all over the world travel right here to Glen Rose, Texas. Oh man, it's gonna be a roaring good time. That reason is dinosaurs, like you've never seen before. Welcome to Dinosaur World! Wait, ancient dinos living with modern man? I feel like I've seen this before.
I know how this ends.
Okay, so the dinos at Dino World aren't really real, but man, do they feel like it. It's a cool place to walk in the shadows of life-size lizards. But if you want to walk in their real footsteps, well then you need to head just up the road to Dinosaur Valley State Park. All up and down the Paluxy River are hundreds, even thousands of dinosaur footprints that folks from all over the world come to see. They were formed eons ago by two of our most famous Texan dinosaurs. Coincidentally, not these two. Hey dinosaur, high five. Beak! These are just our most photographed Texan dinosaurs, left over from an old world fair. The main two that roamed this park were Acrocanthosaurus, a terrifying meat eater, and the plant eater Sauroposeidon. They walked all over this land back when it was a coastal shore, leaving behind their footprints. Now you may be wondering, how does a dinosaur footprint form? Well, here you go. First, a dinosaur walks on some squishy mud, leaving a footprint. That mud dries out, and some softer sand or silt washes in on top of it. Both get covered up by layers of mud and stone, creating pressure, which causes fossilization. Then, many years later, a river comes through, washes out the softer stone, and voila, a dino footprint is left behind. Now it's time to see the real thing. So we're meeting up with Ranger Kathy and heading to the main track site. Whoa!
Whoa!
So Glen Rose is known worldwide for what we see right here underneath 6 inches of water.
The best preserved dinosaur tracks in the world.
Wow!
And what's so cool about Dinosaur Valley and why we are so popular is that we're home of the trackways, meaning this is a trail, a dinosaur trail, leaving one consecutive footprint after another. That's how I know how much they weigh, I know how fast they go, but the best thing is we know about their social behaviors. We know how they interacted with each other because of trackways.
That's incredible, I didn't know that.
Yes.
These tracks tell the story of a hunt, with an Acrocanthosaurus tracking its next meal. Now, I mentioned there were tracks all over the river, but to see some of the others, well, I need a costume change and to get wet. Yes, camera. We'll go ahead and take my mic off as well. Take that. Let's go. As you see by the shape, these are plant eater tracks. But just upriver, we find more meat eaters. All right, change of venue. We are now at the ballroom site. The riverbed is covered in dinosaur tracks. My goodness. That's his footspan right there. Big claws, longer than my hand is wide. They're even bigger than my head. This is just too cool, man. Like, this river makes this state park just like one of a kind. I mean, it would be an amazing state park even if it didn't have these dino footprints. But you put the two together, man, this place is just unbelievable. God. I love Texas. All right, so we've hunted some dinos, but now let's head back to the square and hunt down some local flavor. I think this is like the one stoplight anywhere in the historic downtown. It's that kind of town. You know, I'm not really hungry for lunch. I'm kind of still full from breakfast, but I do need a little something, something. You know what I mean? In this part of town, there are a number of businesses peddling their craft, which is especially great when their craft is pie. Welcome to Pie Peddlers. Yep, leave your diet at the door. Oh, nothing like the smell of fresh baked pie. This place is awesome. I'm saying so, and it looks like the viewers of Another Texas Show agree with me. Bob, you got some good viewers. They know a thing or two about pie. They have tons of pies, so I'm calling in Summer, the owner, to help me pick. There's got to be, what, a dozen flavors or something like that?
We have about 15 different flavors.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, what are your favorites? What should I get?
Maybe the buttermilk or the coconut meringue. Maybe the favorite is the raspberry rhubarb.
Wait, raspberry rhubarb. Okay, strawberry rhubarb is one of my absolute favorites.
I know, but we came out with the raspberry about a month ago, and it's everybody's new favorite.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, then you convinced me.
All
I'll take a
right.
slice of that right there.
All right, I'll get you a slice.
All the pies are homemade, served warm, and pair perfectly with a cold glass of milk. But why not raise the ante a bit, as connected to this is the Shoe Fly soda fountain. Shakes, malts, sundaes. Oh man, I've already ordered pie. Oh, come on now. This is the day trip.
You're gonna do both.
We're just gonna do both.
Yeah, you're gonna do both. Always do.
This dessert heaven combo punch is owned by Summer and her husband Wade, who believe in the power of old-fashioned sweets. Woohoo! Talk about the perfect afternoon snack right here. Berry rhubarb. That is good. It's a good thing we don't count calories here on the Day Tripper. Pie. A tradition as old as the dinosaurs. Okay, not exactly. Dinos and pie likely didn't coexist. But what if I told you dinos and humans possibly did? Sounds crazy, right? Well, wait until you see our next stop.
Chet, welcome to the Creation Evidence Museum in Glen Rose, Texas.
This is director Carl Baugh.
Chet, what we're trying to do here is simply demonstrate the truth academically. So it isn't simply a religious statement that we're preoccupied with. We're preoccupied with actual evidence.
What Dr. Baugh's done here is collect a series of world-renowned artifacts that, if true, turn the evolutionary timetable on its head. You know, the one that says dinosaurs were long extinct before humans arrived? But wait till you see this.
I don't think any honest observer could deny that is a human footprint. The great toe, second toe, is unique to mankind, but he is stepping on a pterodactyl print. Now, according to evolutionary theory, that fellow's 110 million years old, and that guy has to be only maybe a few tens of thousands of years old. So we have a major problem.
Yeah, exactly. And if that's not clear enough for you, look at this one, found right here on the Paluxy River.
This is the icon, the symbol of the museum. Here's a human footprint, 11.5 inches in length. The man stepped first, but an Acrocanthosaurus dinosaur intruded, and as he stepped forward, he pushed some of the consolidated mud up into the track.
The human footprint was there first, then the dinosaur footprint.
Yep, I know what you're thinking. These have to be fake, right? Well, turns out there was a man in the 1930s selling counterfeit human tracks, but Dr. Baugh believes these are different.
When you step in mud, you displace and you compress that mud. We have taken these to laboratories that have verified the compression density, so they're genuine. One of his tracks, one of his carved tracks, was found recently. No compression density. Of course, you wouldn't expect any.
Sure, yeah, it's just carved, scraped away.
But everything you're going to see here has compression density under it. We can tell the difference.
Right next to the footprints are human artifacts found in the totally wrong layer of stone according to modern science, like a bowl found encased in coal, and then this hammer found completely encrusted in Cretaceous rock.
I used to hold to evolutionary theory, but it's the facts that changed my mind.
Yeah, imagine you get a lot of skeptics walk through this door.
Hopefully.
That's the idea, right?
And they're certainly welcome. We want them to come. We need to ferret out the truth and adopt the truth.
Exactly.
Embrace the truth, whatever it is.
Skepticism and challenging the status quo have always been at the heart of scientific inquiry. And Dr. Baugh is definitely continuing that tradition with passion. So much so that he's even built a biosphere.
But the idea is that you can create the conditions that he believes were here on Earth before the flood of Noah that we know in the Genesis story.
And speaking of Noah, check this out.
Chet, it took 40 years of research to be able to then work with a draftsman to put this in the computer. And then it took 26 solid months working with 3 master craftsmen to build this.
Wow.
We even have a Texas room in here.
There's a longhorn, some horses.
That's right. We are in Texas, and we
That's
might
right.
as well represent that. You have the dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's kind of blowing my mind. I've never seen dinosaurs, in the paintings we see of Noah and the Ark. There's never dinosaurs walking toward him.
Well, you came for an education today.
I did, yeah.
Dr. Baugh's theories are certainly not mainstream, but you certainly can't dismiss them as being unresearched or unfounded.
You really need to come here with an open mind. If we're looking for truth in all things, you take all the evidence that's available to you, you weigh it out, and you ultimately come to the decision of what you're going to believe. So you need to come to the Creation Evidence Museum. You need to see this stuff.
I've thought about Noah's Ark a lot, and the story of one man recruiting all the animals to board a ship. It was probably a very hard job.
Animals, come to me. A flood is coming. I must save you. You aren't listening. You, sir, Mr. Pig. I've been told that I'm supposed to save your species. So are you on the ark or not? You have a lady friend you run around with? We're gonna have the finest of accommodations. You can get all dressed up, bring the missus. Okay. Hey there, little bird. You're different from that other bird, right? How do you like ocean voyages? Are you a girl or a boy? Well, then you need to find a man, someone to procreate with. We'll see you at the dock. All right, come on, to the boat. Hurry, hurry, to the boat.
And while we'll never know what it's like to be surrounded by all the animals,
Let's go.
We now interrupt this programming to remind you to like and subscribe. Now back to the road. Well, there is a modern Noah's Ark of sorts here in Glen Rose where we can experience a ton of them. It's called Fossil Rim. Now, we've spent a lot of time learning about extinct species, but now let's spend time with some living species. And our guide Jan is going to give us a true safari experience.
What you've arrived at is an 1,800 plus acre conservation center for some of these endangered species we have on Earth.
More than just sort of like a tourist attraction. There's real work going on here.
Exactly.
With the help of wildlife associations across the globe, Fossil Rim has been rehabilitating endangered species and even reintroducing them back into the wild. And since they roam cage-free, well, I kind of feel like I'm being introduced into their wild. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Oh, dude. We spent the morning learning about dinosaurs, and I sort of feel like I'm standing next to one. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I like you too.
This is Jurz.
Jurz.
J-U-R-Z. Their tongue is about 18 inches long.
That's almost like an elephant trunk. Look at that. Gross. Did you see that? These roads are winding and you round one corner and suddenly you're seeing something that's straight out of the Lion King.
These are the roan antelope.
Massive. I think of antelope being the little guys, you know, the little snacks that lions pick up along the way. That's no snack.
No, if a lion is charging them, they will tuck their chin between their knees and let that lion just impale itself.
Cool. Remind me to never get on a roan's bad side. Unlike being at a traditional zoo, out here, a lot of the animals will come up to you. I'm sure holding the cup of food helps.
Somebody's hungry.
Addicts.
They just yell at their name, Chad.
Hey.
Hello. What's your name?
Uh-oh, here he comes. Dun, 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 dun. Look, he's looking for it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, whoa! I got my whole finger in there. I better throw that on the ground. Yeah, food should always go on the ground to keep a safe distance between pecking beaks and tasty fingers. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, no. You're gone. Ah! All right, we can go. We can go.
Okay.
He's attacking, and we're running out of food. Ah!
These are scimitar horned oryx. If you look at them sideways, their horns blend into one another and they sort of look singular.
Yeah.
So that's probably where the legend of the unicorn was originated.
Oh. These original unicorns are a huge success story. You see, they've been extinct in the wild for 20 years, but thanks to Fossil Rim and others, they're now being reintroduced in Chad, Africa. Saving entire species from extinction. That's pretty amazing. This park has tons of animals, like fallow deer, even rhinos. But we're gonna see something reserved for the VIP tour.
Uh-oh. Is he there? Oh, I smell him. I hear him. Oh, he's breathing heavy. Look at that. He's growling at me. I am a couple feet away from... Can you hear that? What's going on, buddy? Oh my gosh.
Like, I've never seen one this close.
The cheetah, of course, is the world's fastest land mammal. They've been recorded at speeds upward of 60, 65 miles an hour.
Oh. And they don't like video cameras.
Apparently not.
If you love animals, Fossil Rim is a must stop. But as usual, I'm getting hungry. Man, we've been hanging out with a lot of animals today. What was it, like dinosaurs, giraffes, goats, but no coyotes. Well, yet. Y'all hungry for dinner?
Oh!
Yeah, baby. The place we're headed has been known to get a little crazy.
Here we are. Local coyote. Let me tour you this place. This is crazy. Christmas lights on the ceiling, sawdust on the floor. It's that kind of joint, right? It's the kind of joint I like.
Sitting on the far outskirts of Glen Rose, the Local Coyote is a destination for saucy barbecue, monstrous burgers, and greasy goodness of every kind. Legend holds that coyotes are actually to blame for this restaurant's existence, as it was supposed to be just a chicken farm, until coyotes ate everything.
This was called Coyote Strip, so.
Okay.
And you can still out here in the evenings, you can hear them crying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is Becky and Lloyd McClanahan, who are now owners of this joint that has been around since the 70s. I understand that the wait can be a little long here, right?
Saturdays are usually pretty crazy. You're looking at probably 2-hour wait for a table.
2-hour wait?
Yeah.
Wow.
And knock on wood, we are blessed that people will do it.
Well, customers seem to agree this is food worth waiting for. So this is the magic room, huh, Lloyd?
This is where it happened.
That cannot be one burger.
That's the small.
What? You're lying.
That's a 3/4 of a pound burger.
You know, when the small burger is 3/4 of a pound, I'm terrified of the large. Onion rings.
Onion rings just came out of the fryer. Homemade pinto beans. They've got fat back off the brisket in them. Once we pull everything off the rotisserie, we put it in here, let it rest a little bit, put some more smoke on it.
Yeah. Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Do it real slow like Lloyd. Ooh, fall off the bone, by definition. That piece right there looks like it's gonna fall off. It should probably fall off into my mouth.
I think that little piece right there?
Ooh. Oh yeah, you can't serve that to anybody, so I'll just take them all. Oh man, I am already starving, so I guess I better get my name on the list. And then wait. But luckily, there are lots of diversions, like watching the sunset, shooting some hoops, swish! What do you expect, Dude Perfect or something? Or making sawdust angels. Oh man, they better call my name quick. Oh man. Okay, all right, so I got the Jack Daniel's burger. It's a 3/4 pound patty, which is way bigger than any burgers I usually eat. This thing's a beast. Ah, fried pickles, fried onion rings, barbecue sauce. It's also got brisket on it. Now, we often wrap up the day at dinner, but today there is one last thing to do. And if you find yourself in Glen Rose in September or October on a weekend, well, you've got to do this too. It's called The Promise, and this incredible amphitheater was built just for it. This is the show's director, Michael Meese.
If it's an epic story you're trying to tell, then you need an epic facility to do it in.
And for over 25 years, they've done just that.
The goal is basically to tell the story of the life of Jesus Christ. And we use every means theatrically that we can. Just being under the stars somehow makes the story even more exhilarating.
Well, folks, it's showtime. The Promise truly rivals Broadway and Branson. It's epic in its production value, but more importantly, its story. Telling the story of Christ on earth, Christmas, Easter, Ascension, it's all in there. You know, there's a reason it's called the greatest story ever told. And boy, do these guys do an amazing job telling it. What a day. The Texas Dinosaur Capital definitely lives up to its name. It's a place to splash in the streams, learn about animals that aren't extinct, expand your mind, and truly eat your way into the history books. This, my friends, is the definition of a dino-sized day trip. I gotta go get back to the show, but I'll see all y'all out on the road. Bye con Dios, amigos. And now for the first big attraction of the day, we're gonna go visit the thing that attracts folks, attractions and attraction things. All right.
Pie, 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 I love you. Pie, 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 get in my mouth. Pie, 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 pile to the sky. Oh, so high, delicious pie.
Welcome to Dinosaur World. You're not even looking. Look at them. There's a brachiosauruses, brontosauruses.
Yeah, right.
I'm not the attraction, they're the attraction. You know how expensive those were? You know how much chicken wire it took to make these things? I have glue all under my fingernails that'll be there for years for making the paper mache that it took to build these things.
Oh, wow, chaos did not account for that. Oh, wow. Oh. Should it be more?
No, that was great. I think we should keep that right there.
Right there. Good.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
This park was a bad idea.
Howdy, y'all. Follow along with my adventures at Chet Tripper on Instagram and at The Day Tripper TV on Facebook and YouTube. Or head to thedaytripper.com for travel guides, past episodes, and info on our mobile app and Team Day Tripper. This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info. Howdy, y'all. Chet the Day Tripper here. Thanks so much for tripping with us. Remember, while you're here, like this video, subscribe to our channel so that we can stay out there on the road and keep on tripping. Did we miss anything in this town? Leave us a comment, let us know. We love finding out about new stops with all of your tips. And if you love Epic Texas Day Trips, remember to check our channel. We got a lot of them on there. Also, don't forget, if you want some sweet Day Tripper merch or another cool Texas-made product, come see us in Georgetown at the Dinosaur World headquarters. You can also shop online if you check the link down there in the caption. All right, y'all. Bye con Dios, amigos.